everyone, and welcome to Lake Oswego United Church of Christ. My name is Adam, and I'm here with our beloved pastor, Jenny. Hi,
Hello.
Jenny.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Jenny is going on a great adventure.
Yes, sabbatical, 2 days away.
Yeah. Awesome. How are you feeling about sabbatical?
I'm feeling very excited.
Good.
It's,
Awesome.
right around the corner.
Now, sabbatical, I've heard this word Sabbath before. I would imagine they have something to do with each other.
They probably do. It's
Yes.
supposed to be a time of rest. We'll see if it actually is.
Okay, awesome. So what are you planning to do on your sabbatical?
So I have an awesome sabbatical planned. We have a theme called Creating Green Spaces. And for me, it incorporates elements of creativity, elements of travel, and elements of just time with family, friends, and time with God.
Creativity.
Creativity is number one.
What will you be doing that's creative?
So two things in particular. The first is photography. I've always wanted to take photography classes. I took 1/4 of a photography class in high school,
Nice.
and that was it. And it's just something I've always wanted to do. I got a really nice camera when my older son was born, and I've never figured out how to use it. So that's what I'm doing, just learning from a neighbor right now. I'm taking photography classes from my neighbor who's a professional photographer, and learning how to compose pictures and read light and develop pictures. So that will be awesome. And then I'm also doing comedy classes.
You've done comedy classes before.
I have. I've done stand-up a couple years ago, which was really fun. I've always wanted to do a little bit more, and so this time around, as part of sabbatical, I'll be taking improv classes.
What's the difference between stand-up and improv?
So stand-up, you basically come up with a set of jokes that you just go on stage and repeat. And improv is all about what happens in the moment. And both are actually useful in preaching, as you might imagine.
Would you call yourself an improvisational preacher?
To some extent.
Yeah.
I mean, in recent years, I've stopped using a manuscript, but I usually prepare. It's more like stand-up in the sense that I've prepared what I'm going to say and I have in my head where it's going. But there's a lot of improvisation that's involved as you react to things going on in the moment. You read your audience or in this case in preaching a congregation to see what they're reacting to, and then you adjust in the moment.
I would imagine that a lot of people watching this would say, oh, that sounds so stressful.
Improv?
Yeah.
For sure it is.
Yeah.
And I think especially in the comedy world, because it's all about trying things and failing. And so you do something and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't, but then a few minutes later you just do it again and you do it again. I guess that's also true for preaching. It's just you have a Sunday and maybe something works and maybe it doesn't, but then you get back on the horse the next week.
It doesn't seem stressful for you at least for me watching, it doesn't
Yeah.
seem stressful for you when you're up there and you're in the moment. You have this kind of life and energy to you when you're delivering a sermon.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's more fun for me when I'm just in the moment and kind of seeing where the Spirit leads.
Yeah.
But it's a little nerve-wracking too.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Keeps you on your toes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and us on our toes too.
Yes.
Awesome. So you'll be doing photography and improv, and you'll also be traveling.
Yes, so that's where the green comes in for creating green spaces, because part of it is traveling to new places and exploring places. And so the biggest place that we're going is my family and I are traveling to Ireland, which is a very green space. It's a country that I've always wanted to visit. And while I'm there, I'll be taking photographs, obviously, and then also attending a comedy festival in Kilkenny, Ireland, and then just traveling around looking at monastic ruins, enjoying the natural beauty of the land, and I'll be there with my family also, so that will be fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then either side of that, we're bookending the trip with some time in Maine, which is where my parents live, so we'll be there, and I'll be going to Acadia National Park for the first time. Which that will be fun. And then when we get back, I'll be spending a week in Holden Village, a Lutheran retreat center in central Washington, which I've never been to before, but have many friends who've gone who said it's wonderful.
Well, it's a retreat center.
It is, yes.
So what are you going to be doing there?
So there they actually have a whole program, so I'll be taking classes. My family's going as well, and the kids will be in program and daycare and activities as well. But they have classes, they have daily prayer, they have artist studios, so there's places apparently to draw, do pottery, and then it's a place with a lot of hiking, so I'll do that as well.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
What a great time of rest and adventure.
Yes, it
Sounds
should be
fantastic.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So while you are on your sabbatical, the church here has plans.
Yes. So the church will also be creating green spaces and around some of the same themes that I will. So the question that I had to answer as part of the sabbatical grant that we received was, what would make your heart sing? And so those things, creativity, travel, time with family and friends, that was all part of that. And then we asked the same question of the church. And so 3 things came up for the church. One was creativity. One was also community and connections with each other. And then the third was mission and social justice. And so around the area of creativity, the church will be doing a couple things. We have some art projects planned for the summer, a photography project where people will be taking pictures of where they see God at work in the world. We'll also be installing some gallery space here at the church to profile artists within and outside of our congregation. And then we're going to be creating some green spaces, some more open areas on our facility as well. A meditation garden in the back, and then a walking path in the front of the church. So that's kind of the more artistic side of things. And then for community, we will be having a couple storytelling nights where folks will be getting together in the tradition of an Irish pub to have live music, tell stories, eat together, and just get to know each other on a deeper level. And then thirdly, around the area of mission and social justice, we've hired a wonderful sabbatical pastor, Linda Jaramillo, who just comes with a lot of experience and passion in social justice and mission. And so she'll be doing some education around biblical and theological basis for social justice. She'll also be bringing her passions around immigration and sanctuary and helping us as we have been working on that all this spring in particular. And so there'll be a lot of educational opportunities, preaching opportunities, and just some connection opportunities through that.
That sounds like a really great time for you personally and for the church to grow and expand and do some other things too.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yes.
Well,
Thank
great.
you.
And I'm going to miss you.
Well, I'm going to miss you too.
Yeah, and the church is going to miss you, and you are the reason that I am here and the reason that so many people are here. So we'll miss you, but bless you as
Thank
you
you.
go on your way.
Thank you. Well, blessings to all of you, and I hope it's a great sabbatical time for the church as well.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennie.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you.